Okay. So I did want to talk about a couple of things. I know that most everybody probably was feeling like this because we have a little leadership team for the team. And in that group, I know people were feeling like it. So I wanted to make sure I addressed it for the full team. And that was that they were feeling a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit confused as to how to proceed moving forward with the launch of To Be Mindset and still being like full blown into like 80-day obsession and going into round two and still doing all of that. So what I want to say to every single one of you is that this team has been crushing it. Like, you guys, the fact that we have more people in like SE10 than we do in SE5, the fact that we have more and more people on that board every single week, every single month, the fact that Ryan ends up taking hours to put that graphic together and has to go and search for more and more faces, even though he has a document where he has those who have been there before have been saved. That's all really, really super duper good stuff. And what that means is what you're doing is working, right? Like, you are helping people, you're signing people up, you're making Success Club, you're growing your business, you're doing all of those things. So my biggest piece of advice to you is don't fucking change what you're doing, okay? Don't change what you're doing. Just because corporate came out with something new does not mean you go, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what this program is, but I'm supposed to be promoting it, so I should be doing this. And then all of a sudden you're like, I don't even know how to coach anymore. Like, I just don't even know how to sign people up. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post about. Like, don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in that position. Here's what I'm going to tell you. To Be Mindset, is it awesome? Yeah. Have people gotten amazing results with it? Yeah. Is it for everyone? Maybe. Is it for, if it's for you, that's awesome. Go for it. But if you're getting amazing results with 80-day obsession, if you are loving the workouts, if you are loving the group that you're in, you love everything about it, it is going to be easier for you to promote that because you love it and because you're in the middle of it and you're not having to like make shit up and go and look at what somebody else did and be like, oh my God, here was their results. And now I have to go do all this research on like what they did to get that. And here's why you should do it. You don't have to do any of that, you guys. It is just another tool in our arsenal. It is something that when you are promoting a healthy lifestyle, when you're promoting your being proof of the product works, you doing a program from start to finish, you sticking to something from a T, it doesn't matter what it is. You're in it, you're in the moment, and it's easy for you to share because you are in the moment and that's what you're doing. And that is what is going to attract people to you. So stay in your own lane, okay? So if that's what you're doing right now, stay there. Now, if you're somebody who maybe 80-day wasn't your jam, or you're just not ready to quite go back into it, and maybe you do think you need a little bit more help with nutrition and staying on point that way, and mindset and healthier eating habits. Maybe you've struggled with eating disorders in your life. Maybe you have emotional eating issues. Maybe you just don't want to be stuck to containers, and you want to be able to like live a little this summer. So you want to like live through this program and see how that works for you. And you don't want to be sweating and doing workouts. That's okay too. So jump into To Be Mindset and start talking about what you're doing. And then again, you're promoting what you are doing. Okay. That's how you're going to market yourself. But it is there for you as well when you're talking to somebody and you've promoted what you're doing and they like it and you reach out to them and you're like, oh my God, you should totally join me. You'll love this freaking program too. Like, have you ever thought about joining me? And they're like, I hate sweating. You're like, oh, I've got something for you. Or they're like, yeah, I've been in the Snoop group. I just think it's too much for me. There's no way I can commit to like 45 minutes to an hour, 5 days a week. Like, I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that. Like, and they have every excuse in the book as to why they can't work out. There you go. Or maybe it's just too hard for them to start with 80-day obsession. And there's somebody who needs to start with something a little bit easier, like 21-day fix, or like maybe they don't like feeling like they're working out. Maybe they need to start with like Country Heat or Size or something like that. It's the same thing we've been doing this entire time. It's just now we have To Be Mindset as a tool too. Instead of saying, oh, 80 days too much for you, why not try T25? Now you can say, oh, would you say that you struggle more with food or getting the workouts in? And then you know what direction to bring them to, right? You just have to start asking more questions. If they say 80 days isn't for them, start asking more questions. But like I said, if you're doing To Be Mindset, then you're going to be doing that. You're going to be promoting that. People are going to be seeing that. And that's probably what they're going to be attracted to. But again, if they say, oh, I wanted to like actually like lift. I love to like lift and work out. Then you'd be like, I got something for you. And then you put them in the Snoop group for 80-day obsession. It works both ways, you guys, but don't make it let you like go crazy and fuck up your business because you're like, oh my God, there's new stuff and I don't know what to do. Okay. Everybody clear on that? Don't stop what you've been doing that's been working. Do not stop what you've been doing that's been working. The team is cranking. Something is working well. In fact, it's working so well that corporate has taken notice of our team and what we're doing and is super curious about our Snoop group. Jeff Hill's in our Snoop group. Like, they are all talking about it. I get messages from Mathewson Daily about how Carl Deichler and Michael Lehman and Jeff Hill are all like, oh my God, what the hell are those main people doing? They're all promoting and blah, 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 blah. So we're doing things right. Don't jump off a cliff and forget about everything that you just learned that's working well for you. Okay. Second, we are going to create a info group for 2B Mindset. And so that way, when it isn't the right program for somebody and they say that they'd be interested in it, or because they know you're a Beachbody coach and they've seen you promoting things and they know that 2B Mindset came out, maybe they come to you and they say, hey, what's this 2B Mindset thing? Right? Because that's happened to me too. Then you have a place to add them to, just like you do with 80-day obsession. It's going to help you answer their questions. Us leaders have been struggling getting that together just because we've all been so busy and most of us were returning from a trip. So we are going to get that together. And when we do, we will share it with you guys. My goal is to have that done this week, have it up and ready for you guys to go in there and use that as your tool. Okay. I also think, and maybe not right this second because we're also busy with everything else, that maybe eventually we just do a general one too that talks about just Beachbody on demand in general too. And that can promote like different programs and we can have that open. So we have several different Snoop groups that we can use in terms of inviting people and having a space to put them in to get them the information, going back to them and following them up and seeing what we're doing next with them. Sound good? Cool. Awesome. All right. Also, Summit. I wanted to talk about Summit. So I know many of you are signed up. Many of you are not. If you are not, you still should go and get signed up. There's really no reason for you to miss Summit unless you have like a wedding, you're getting married, a death in the family. If you're getting weddings, then you better learn English. Like seriously, I have coffee made and I didn't even start drinking it yet.
Do you want some before you continue?
Right there. No, I'm good. So I wanted to talk to you about that. Summit is a game changer. It is a game changer. You guys, everybody who goes to Summit comes back and they make more Success Club points. They grow their business faster. They earn more money. So if your goal is to grow your business faster and make more money, then you should probably go to Summit because that's where the people who are successful in their business go. And if you've noticed, all the leaders on this team are going. And so maybe that's what you should do. Oh, also, this is something I thought of just before I jumped on this call. I saw Mariah put up a post. I saw Katie put up a post. I don't know if Kat put up a post yet, but I bet she's going to because she messaged me what she just said about starting the program. Oh, see that? She put up a post. I put up a post. I'm pretty sure Meg put up a post today too. And all of us were talking about how we were starting another round of 80-day obsession. And this is something that I want you guys all to get like really, really like cognizant of. What are the people in this business that are succeeding and making SE20 and, you know, growing their business fast and rank advancing? What are they doing that I am not? And keep in mind, there's patterns that you'll see. Oh my God, everybody posted that they started round 2 again today. And I started round 2 today, but I haven't posted anything to social media yet. But, you know, all those coaches that are making more money than me did. So, oh, maybe I should do that. Right? So you do what successful people do, and successful people in this business make it a priority to go to events, and specifically Summit. It is one time in the entire year. It is a reinvestment into your business that at this point you're only paying like $100 a month to be part of, and that's the Shakeology that you drink. And if you think about most people who are sitting on businesses that are going to pay them 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year, they're investing a whole lot more money into their business than $1,200 a year. Matt, am I right? Yes. Okay. So there you go. Yes, I'm yelling at you if you're not registered for Summit yet. You should get registered for Summit. You should actually do it right now while you're on the call with me. And getting registered is a write-off. Your flights are write-off. Your foods are write-off. Your hotels are write-off. Your tickets are write-off. It is your business. It is your business. And when you invest in your business, it is an investment because you are going to earn more. Okay. I just can't be clear enough about that. Also, we still have rooms. We still have space left in rooms. You don't have to worry about that. We have friends on this team that you can room with. We're going to be together for different things like lunches and workouts, and you're going to be able to spend time with all of us. You're going to learn from other coaches and build stronger relationships with your team so you have a better support system in this business, which is also going to help you drive your business forward. So go to Summit. Go to Summit, go to Summit, go to Summit, go to Summit, go to Summit. There is still time to register and you can do it. And if money is your only excuse, then talk to your coach because they're going to help you figure out how to make it happen. All right. Now, let's talk. I do have an actual topic for you tonight, but I have to get this stuff out first. Let's talk goals. So my goal is to be back at 10-star by Q2 in terms of holding it for 6 weeks for the Q2 bonus. I also want to get my second business center to 2-star qual by the end of Q2. And then in Q3, I want to go 15-star. So I am looking for and working only with those people who want to run with me. And I have sent out a message to those people who I am asking if they're part of it. And if they are, get their permission to push them and run together. And this is how I build my business. When we went 10-star the first time, we had a message thread going and we all literally locked it in at 11:50 p.m. while I was in the waiting room while my grandmother was sick in the hospital. I got a message that said we finally did it. And it was our last day to qualify. And we held it for 6 weeks, all in that group together, working together. And why am I sharing this with you? I'm sharing this with you because guess what? Who just went 5-star on this team? Katie Meserve just went 5-star on this team. Let's recognize her for a hot minute. I love how she's in the middle of my screen too. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. Everybody should clap and hurrah and do a little dance and jump up and down and do this. I don't know. See, Matt's doing it. Do all sorts of things because it is a big fucking deal. It is a big deal. She gets access to the 5-star line now, so you guys can ask her to call Coach Relations for you. She gets her 5-star bonus, which, guys, my 5-star bonus last quarter was $3,500. So I don't know, getting a $3,500 once a quarter isn't too shabby. That's a $15,000 upgrade for you for the year. Also, she gets she's already qualified for leadership for this year, so she gets to go to one of the most coveted freaking events of the entire year. It is the best event of the entire year. I will tell you that. It is, we are spoiled to death. We go to the best party at the best place and have the best food. And we have a super fun time doing weird things inside of a obstacle course. And we get workouts with the celeb trainers and we get downtime and pool time and we get spoiled and it's amazing. And we get training from other people, but in-depth training so that we can come back and help our teams. And lots of one-on-one time with corporate and with the celeb trainers and whatnot. So she's already qualified for that. So what did I say she gets? She gets her bonus. She's qualified for that. She has the 5-star line. She's just 5-star. You should expect your jacket in the mail soon. And maybe, I don't know if they still even give you those placky thingies. I didn't do anything with mine. They're in a box somewhere. I think you get a bracelet too. This time it's purple and black. No, it's, what color is it? Yellow. Yellow, the yellow one. And yeah, you get a gray jacket. I think it has yellow zipper and yellow line, yellow down here saying 5-star. No, Team Beachbody and then a little 5-star emblem at the bottom. So you get that. But guys, that is a huge frigging deal. It's a huge deal. And you want to know how she did that? She messaged her team. She asked who wanted to run with her. She asked them for permission. She showed them where she's at in her business right now and where she wanted to be and what it was going to take to get there. And she worked with them all the time. So what did she do? She did something that another leader on the team did that worked really successfully. So if you want your team to grow, you have to communicate to them what your objective is, what your goal is. Ask them what their goal is. Ask them if you can help them reach that goal. Get everybody on board. It's called Team Beachbody for a reason. We cannot do it by ourselves. And so then you commit to your team, you commit to yourself, and you get out there and you do the work that it takes to make that happen. Okay? So if you do not know what your goal is yet, I want you to figure that out tonight. Write it down, share it with your coach, and have them help you with a plan on how you can achieve that. And if you So yeah, do that. And then there's one other thing I wanted to say about goal setting. Set your goal, tell your people about it, and have your coach help you. But set your goals now, because we're really in the beginning of this year as well. I know I was talking to somebody else today and they were a little upset that they weren't going to be walking the stage for recognition for a certain rank. But listen, you guys, it's not about walking a stage, right? And you've got plenty of time. And who cares? Next year when you're at Summit, you'll walk a stage at like a higher rank than before. So nobody knew who you were, and then you'll come out of the blue and you're like, hey, look at me, I'm 10-star bitches. So like that's way better, right? Like way better. So don't let that discourage you. There's still plenty of time in this year. And like, I don't know, again, I'm going to bring up Katie, but like, she went 5-star and we're really only a quarter in, right? So like, if that's just one quarter, what could you do in the next 2 and 3 quarters of the year? So ask yourself that question, set a date, set a goal, talk to your coach, tell them what your goal is, ask them how to get there. They're going to help you reverse engineer it. Alrighty. That's all I had for you on that. Now I was going to talk to you about the subject that I get asked all the freaking time. And that subject is, how do I find builders? So how do I find builders? And I'm going to give you a couple bullet points that I just wrote down right before I jumped on here with you. And then if anybody else wants to add stuff who, says like, oh, Joan, you missed this, then go ahead and add it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Builders. So the number one way that you can find builders is by posting to social media. And when I say posting to social media, I mean not just about working out. You need to start talking about coaching. You need to start talking about what coaching has done for you. You need to start talking about the financial aspect of coaching. You need to share stories that relate to people and that literally they can see themselves in. Not just like, oh, I made this much money, you could make money too, join my team. Not just, oh, like I'm a coach and like I love it because now I'm part of this team with all these awesome people. You need to share stories that dig deep, that really share who you are, what you've struggled with, how this has helped you, and why it could help somebody else. That's literally the format of your story, okay? And there's something really awesome that's been happening, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it, but in the team page, every Thursday we've been putting up a post that talks about how much money you make, right? Because what you focus on grows. So, but the other cool part about that is now you guys can use that information for yourselves too. You can look at it and you can say, hey, Kat, who's on my team, she only does Beachbody on the side and she works at a dental office full time and she just made this much money this week and blah, 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 blah. You can talk about Katie and how she has a full-time job and she just raked in this much money this month. You can look at those numbers and you can recreate them into stories that work for you, but that somebody else can relate to and see themselves in. Check out this part-time coach on my page. She is a mom of 3 and she's freaking killing it and just, made $550 this week. Now she gets to travel to this trip that we're all going on together in Indianapolis and it's all paid for. Right? So like those are the things that you want to do. Share your own income and how it's helped you. How did you struggle before Beachbody income? How is this income helping you? How could it help somebody else? Help them see the big picture. Help them imagine that. And if it's just small amounts of money right now, guys, even better. Because I will tell you, once you start earning more money, it becomes less easy to share about income because you become unrelatable. Like when you're sitting there complaining about life and at the same time you're making $3,000 a week, everybody's like, cry me a fucking river. But when you are struggling and you made a $65 paycheck that's going to help you put gas in your car, people can relate to that, right? So that's why it's really important to share your own story now while you're building, because it is enough, you guys. It is enough. I know that some of you look and you're like, oh, I only made $150 this month. Like who would want to, sign up to be a Beachbody coach if all they're going to do is make $150? A lot of people. That could help a lot of people. Or maybe it just helps the person that you've been talking to who can't afford Shakeology, so they're not joining you, to see, oh, wait, she's making all that money back, right? So now you get to help them with their health and fitness goals. Use other people's stories as well, because it shows the power of like the team. It shows that it's not just you. It's other people too are able to do this, not just you. And so that will help them get rid of that excuse in their head that like, oh, she can, but I can't, right? Oh, she doesn't have kids, so that's why she's able to. Well, F you, because Kelsey and Rachel have a gaggle and they're doing it, and some of them are doing it just from their phones. So there's that. Okay. So also, always have something to invite to. I already told you guys that we're going to create more of those Snoop group type things, and those, obviously 80-Day Obsession Snoop group's been working gangbusters for us, but the sneak peeks work really well for us too. One of the major issues we have with the sneak peeks is y'all don't invite to them. That's why they don't work for you, because you don't invite to them. That's why you're not signing more coaches, because you didn't take the time to invite people to a sneak peek into coaching. Because I'm telling you that once you have them in that group, they're all like, how do I sign up? Because they're seeing the power and the energy in there. And it actually hurts the rest of the team when you don't invite to them, because they work better when you have more people in them. So the more people that we can add into these sneak peeks, the better. They're going to see the information. They're going to ask questions. They're going to see somebody else in there asking questions that they get an answer to that maybe they were afraid to ask in the first place, but now they have the answer, and now they're messaging you going, oh, how do I get started? So sneak peeks. We always want something to invite to. We're going to do 2 sneak peeks this month. Guys, use Instagram stories the same way that you've been using to build up your 80-Day Obsession stuff, where you're talking about like, oh my God, look at so-and-so's result in the We Are Obsessed group. Look what so-and-so just wrote to me in a message thanking me for signing them up into this group. Look what this person just posted in the group about how this workout's making them happy. Oh, this person just lost weight. You guys are doing such an amazing job of that with yourself, with your fitness, with the 80-Day Obsession group. You need to do it with coaching. And I've given you the tools to be able to do so because people are sharing their income. So you can literally take screenshots and you can go, look what so-and-so just said that they made from Beachbody this week. And you can post it to your story. If somebody messages you about coaching and they're like, oh my God, I made my biggest paycheck, or oh my God, I just signed my first coach, or oh my God, I just ranked up, or like somebody went emerald on your team. Doesn't matter if it's your person. Doesn't matter if it's your person. Katie just went 5-star. Promote the F out of that, you guys. Look at this girl on my team who just went 5-star. She's only the 3rd person in Maine to go 5-star, and she's on our team, and we've got 2 on our team. So clearly we know what we're doing. You should join us. That sort of thing, right? On Instagram stories. It's proof in the pudding. It's seeing social proof that gets people to sign up. Just like we go, oh, somebody else signed on. Here's my list of people joining. Do the same thing with the sneak peeks, you guys. That's how you're going to get people to join you. Okay, sharing success stories, sharing your income, sharing your story, sharing all the stuff that you see in the team page, sharing things when people promote, sharing all of that stuff is great stuff, and that's what you should be doing. But I also want you to reach out to your challengers. So every single person who you've already had in We Are Obsessed, Meg did an awesome little thing there, what's called the Pineapple Challenge. Reach out to every single one of them and ask them if they're going to do another round with you. And if they are, give them the Pineapple Challenge. Say, dude, you can win this pineapple necklace if you invite 3 people and they join you with challenge groups in this group. Bam. They're all like, oh, I get to win something? Okay. And you've given them a document that outlines how to invite somebody, because guys, it's literally just that flow of conversation that we share in our team page to go into the Snoop group, and then they invite people, and then they're in there, and then they just by accident made Success Club because they signed 3 people, and they just by accident made back their money, for their Shakeology that month and then some. And then they're like, oh wait, that was easy. Why don't I continue to post and make money? Because I like making money. You just created an accidental coach by like inspiring them with a stupid pineapple necklace. Okay. So that's something you can try. Also, just reaching out to your challengers who are posting in there and saying like, this is rocking. Oh my God, I love this. This is so amazing. Yada, yada, yada. Reach out to them. Be like, dude, you're crushing this program. You're so inspiring in the group. Have you ever considered coaching with me? You're doing everything you need to do already. All you have to do is throw a post up on social and ask somebody if they want to join you, and I will help you reach out. And they're like, oh, okay. When you go to sign somebody up the first time you're talking to them, you guys, and you haven't talked about coaching at all, and you're signing them up to get them in the group, at the end, once they've signed up, just say to them, hey, I know we haven't talked about coaching. You signed up for the discount, but if you want to make your money back, I can show you how you can throw a post up, get some friends in the group with you, makes it more fun, and you'll be more accountable, and you can make all that money back. And they go, okay, again, accidental coach. This is how I went diamond the first time, you guys. Those 2 things that I just told you about, that's all I did to find my builders. That's all I did to find my builders. That's why Meg's here. That's why Kat's here. Like, that's it. You just accidental coach them, because the problem is that people build up this big thing in their head about like MLMs and coaching being hard and network marketing and not wanting to be salesy and nobody want to join me and like I don't want to feel like this or look like this. But when you tell them all they have to do is put a post up on social and you'll help them reach out to them, and it doesn't even have to be like buy this from me. It could literally be like, hey, I'm doing this group and like I don't know if anybody wants to join me, but blah blah blah. It takes away all of that scary crap, and they get those initial wins, which I can't talk to you about that yet. I have to wait on that. All right. So, well, I talked to Kim Carver today about something, but I don't think I'm allowed to share it yet. So also, last but not least, re-engage your inactive coaches. Okay. So many of you have signed up people that are, simply signed up as coaches for the discount. We hate to call them discount coaches because it pigeonholes them, but they signed up for the discount, right? So now they've postponed their Shakeology and they're just sitting there and they're inactive. And, it's like, great, you don't help my downline at all because you're not producing volume. You're not helping me hold rank. Like, and I've done you a disservice because I signed you up to get your results, but clearly you're not getting them because you postponed your Shakeology and you're not showing up in the group, right? So go back to them and send them a voice message, not a text message, not an email. Send them a voice message and say, hey, so-and-so, I was just thinking about you, and I feel like I really dropped the ball on getting you going towards your goals. I know that you said X, Y, and Z. I haven't seen you post in the group. Like, I know that you haven't been drinking Shakeology or doing the workouts. Like, what made you fall off plan? How can I help you get back towards those goals that we talked about? I really want to make sure that we get you there. They're going to answer you back. They're going to message you back. And when they do, you can start that conversation with them. And maybe they don't get right back on Shakeology, right? But maybe they do start doing the workout in like being in the group. And then maybe they're like, okay, everybody in here is drinking Energized and they're like all crackheads and they look like they're having like a super awesome time. So I want to do that too. And so then they start buying the product again and then they start seeing results, right? Then you've just done what you're supposed to do as a coach. You just helped somebody. You help them feel better. You're helping them reach their goals. Now they're not inactive anymore in your downline. And now you can also go back to them and invite them to start coaching, right? Because now they're seeing results. Now they're feeling good. Now they understand the process. So those are my tips for you. Pineapple Challenge. Reach out to those who you already have in a challenge group. Reach out to your inactive coaches and get them going again. Post to social, invite to sneak peeks, and when you're signing someone up just for the discount at the end, invite them to coach by putting up a post and getting some friends in there. That's it, you guys. That's how you find builders in a nutshell. You can re-listen to this call and you can fast forward through all my crap in the beginning and you can go back to this and take notes and look at it again and again and again, because that's all I do. I'm not hiding any information from you. And if you have questions, once this is posted in the team page, you can go under in the comments section and you can ask more questions about how to find builders. Just like we've been focusing on Success Club points, and you guys see those Success Club boards growing with more and more people added to them each day. And just like we're focusing on the money and you see people growing their income every week, when you start focusing on these things, like how do I find builders, you're going to find more builders, right? So let's get that conversation going. Let's talk about it more often. No question is dumb. This is how we grow our businesses, by finding people who want to run with us. So make sure you ask those questions. That's all I got for you. Any questions? Sarah, I can drink coffee and go to bed.
Yeah, she's crazy like that.
It is 150 more than they had before. Yes. Okay, cool. Awesome. Saw everybody's comments. No other questions? Questions? Preguntas? No? All right. Adios, amigas.